Leaving the cemetery, I didn't head home or to the hospital. Instead, I made a way to the Sinox city, only the Grimmway station, the one that held the interdimensional gate between the Earth and the Grimmith, the Grim Gate. As for the Crayon's weekly job, his two part-time giggles, they fired him over a text, falling for the media and the guild's narrative without a second thought. Right, now I am trending asshole on a grim web and am a public enemy. I should lie down until they found something new to be angry about. But I couldn't wait to witness one of this world's grim tech marvel for myself, the Grim Gates. Interdimensional gate, however, could I not be intrigued by that? It was a world tolerating a few simultaneous grays and unfairly remarked. I pulled my hooves up as I walked with a head down, dusting off my shabby attire stained with a boot sprint and dirty. Thinking of Grimsgate for the crayon's memories, I learned the history behind his invention. It all started with the global birth rate crisis. My Earth approached it with a humanitarian duty, global and development, implementing the generous immigration laws. Meanwhile, this Earth used the aggressive technological and medical advancement to extend the average human lifespan to around 150 years and even cured many deadly chronic diseases along the way. As a result, here being 100 to 130 years old became the new definition for the middle age. The claims of declining the birth rate disappeared, but both approaching gave the rise to the fresh but different problems on our respective Earth, further dividing our timeline. My Earth was plunged with to endless racial and religious unrest, leading the end wars, bringing a rapid advancement modern area to a slanting halt. Meanwhile, on this earth which no longer lives, its population exploded, surpassing the 14 billions, far more than this earth's resources could sustain. In responses, did Earth threw itself into the project like the meteorites mining, planetary migrations, etc., convinced that interstellar travel would solve their problem resources shortage. But that belief shattered the day 13 individual scientists backed by different nations and corporations alike stimulations inventions similarly interdimensional gate across the globe. 13 separated teams, 13 separated labs around the world, all reaching the same breakthrough at the same time. Coincidence? To everyone's terror for the reason still unknown. Each of the interdimensional gates, Grimm's gate, connected to the same dimension, Grimmite. Even the attempt humanity made to alter, redirect, or adapt the technology to reach the other dimension and ended in failure. Double coincidence? Certainly not. They were expected waiting to happen. Humanity have ever reason to proceed with a caution, yet with the grim might lay the answer to the resources crisis. Grimlords. The retirement of the ancient era across the universe each contain an immeasurable wealth of resources and a mysterious power, but guarded by the powerful entity capable of unspeakable horror. The monsters of Grimmite, Grimornos. In desperations, the nations embraced the Grimmite. Humans who entered the Grimmite learned they could form a contract with to become a Grimlock by offering something of theirs and receiving a unique Grim trick tailored for them. This allowed the human to venture the farther into the Grimmite and raid many Grimlords for the resources and power beyond their imagination. Before long, Grimmid, Grimlords, Grimoints, and Grimlocks became part of the daily reality, no more shocking than the sun rising. Were they right to accept the Grimmite, despite the convention and the suspicious coincidence? The debate continues even now. But if the part and the present state of this earth were to serve a testament, then the preference the answer was yes. It was been a few centuries since the first Grim Gates opened, and not only did it solve the resources crisis, but the humanity's population here had tripled since then, and gathered the resources to even sustain them all for the foreseeable future. Yes, there were the other problems, but there was no such thing as perfect world. Otherwise, it would be too good to true. All because of what decision humanity on this earth grew the unity and prosperous. Entering the Grimlock era as the Federations of Earth (FOE). Meanwhile, my Earth was plagued with war. Humanity there was brushed with a racial cleanliness and a religious cursed, leaving a rampant capitalist unchecked until a lone alien survived turned the entire world upside. I shook my head in the dismay. Now that this way, my new reality. I needed to let go of the past and face the present, hoping the future had something better in store. Just then, my phone vibrated. I reached to answer it, but froze when I saw the caller ID, Zhang Loan Agency. I let it ring out, thinking they were certainly dedicated, starting their harassment this early in their morning. A moment later, a grey hover van dropped out of the air and landed sideways in front of me, cutting off my path. The side door slid open, and before I could react, a massive arm clamped down on my shoulders and yanked me inside. The door slammed shut, and the van shot forward. I end up on the middle beach, wedging between two bulls, buried-faced men with a thick muscles stretching their dark track suits. I didn't dare struggle. Instead, I tried to figure out who they were and what they wanted. The boys, you have got some nerve ignoring our calls, said the man in the expensive suit and sunglasses riding in the passenger seat. The rest of the half dozen men, including the driver, stayed silent, eyes fixed ahead. At that moment, I knew exactly who they were and who was in charge. I had nothing to say. All I could think was to accept my new reality would be better pill to swallow. Crayons carry mountains of debate to never borrow, and he no job to pay them off. Yet before his death, he hadn't planned to take any legal action against his brother. And with his brother being a Grimlock, backed by one of the city's most prominent and influential Grim Red Guild, I wasn't sure going to the authority was even an option. A hard head, huh? Break one of his finger. Let's see if he can still say quiet. The one is charging ordered his groan, mistaking my silence for the defense.